A high school girl's been murdered. Mr. Harrison's daughter is missing. And now at the house where she lives, the other girls are getting obscene phone calls.
Mommy, come here! Where's Agnes? What do you want? What are you doing?
Hey guys, I'm Liam.
And I'm Emily.
And we're Plot Thoughts.
Welcome to our first movie review.
We started this channel because we love watching movies and talking about them.
And we wanted to bring our local movie-going community into the conversation.
So stick around and catch some interviews with people who also saw Black Christmas at the Greenlight Cinema
here in St. Pete. Released in 1974, Black Christmas is often credited as the first slasher film. Its influence still echoes through modern horror. For example, the film features the innovative killer's point-of-view shots, which required a custom rig designed by the camera operator. These shots serve three key purposes. They place us inside the killer's perspective, allowing us to project ourselves onto him. They build anxiety by preventing us from reaching the helpless, unaware characters, and they keep the killer unseen, preserving his ambiguity. These techniques later became iconic in the slasher genre, most notably in 1978's Halloween.
The film also explores transgressive themes, especially for its time, most notably an abortion subplot that engages with women's bodily autonomy and the right to choose versus a masculine obsession with control. Jess, the film's final girl, is pregnant with her boyfriend Peter's child. Peter functions as the film's emotionally unstable red herring and serves as a reflection of the actual killer, Billy. In the final sequence, the movie strongly implies that Peter has been pushed past the breaking point and may harm Jess because of her decision to have an abortion, which he selfishly views as a transgression against him. In doing so, the film suggests that the same misogynistic impulses embodied by Billy can exist in ordinary men, even if they do not yet manifest in the same violent extremes.
Black Christmas also touches on the cultural hangover and generational divide left by the sexual liberation of the 1960s free love movement, often playing it for humor through the uptight performance of James Edmund, who portrays Mr. Harrison. Mr. Harrison, the father of Billy's first victim, seems more concerned that his daughter might have been alone with a young man, as he is with the fact she is missing in the first place.
The film also critiques institutionalized sexism through Sergeant Nash, played by Doug McGrath. His dismissive attitude toward our main characters as they seek help finding their missing friend reflects the condescension with which the male-dominated institution of law enforcement often treats young women. Nash only begins to take their concerns seriously after being reprimanded by his superior, Lieutenant Kenneth Fuller, played by the prolific horror actor John Saxon. There's a timeless quality to Billy's MO, which begins with something impersonal, a phone call, before he ever attacks anyone. These calls mirror the hateful, anonymous posts that are prevalent online today, made by those who wish to terrorize from a safe distance. Billy seems to take as much satisfaction in the emotional distress he causes as the act of killing itself. Much like a modern troll, he harasses the college girls with insane ramblings and threats of violence, trying to provoke a reaction, until Barb Code, played by Margot Kidder, who is the first to stand up to him, gives our killer the allowance he sought to strike.
So what are your thoughts on the movie you just saw? Have you seen it before?
I've never seen it. I didn't even look up what it was about.
Okay, cool. Like any favorite parts?
I mean, definitely the name Billy for me is gonna be forever, like, I'm scarred from that. My favorite, the house mom.
Yeah.
She getting lit.
She was so funny. Do you watch a lot of horror movies?
I've seen a lot. I just was like, well, this is opposite of Christmas. Let's do this.
I'll just go through some of like slasher films and everything, and so you just tell me which one you prefer. Black Christmas or Texas Chainsaw?
Ooh, Texas Chainsaw,
Yeah,
I think.
Texas Chainsaw or X?
Texas Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw or Scream?
Scream. Scream.
Scream or Halloween?
I think still Scream. That's just like that's like quintessential for like my time of being creeped out.
So Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street?
Nightmare on Elm Street, that to this day gives me a problem.
Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th?
Ooh, do Nightmare on Elm Street still, yeah.
I think we'll end on that one.
Yeah, thanks.
What were your guys' thoughts on the movie? Is this your first time seeing it?
Yeah, it was my first time. Yeah.
I've seen like the first 5 minutes until the first obscene phone call, and I was like, this is too misogynistic, I'm turning it off. Like, I just didn't vibe, but this was fabulous. I'm glad I finally saw it.
It was also my first time watching it.
What did you guys think about the ending?
Oh, I loved it. I loved the open-endedness of it. I thought it was like a great twist. Like I was enjoying it. For me, I was like, oh no, this is a red herring, like all the way. Like there's no way it's him. I was just like blown away by it.
There's so much back and forth, and I was like, oh my god, they got him. And then it's like, nope, yeah. So I don't know, it really got me. I like the ending though.
I like that they didn't show the killer. I feel like it makes it scarier by not showing it. It reminds me kind of like the Babadook, where like for the most part they don't show the monster. Yeah. I think it makes it scarier that way. So I like that they didn't show him.
Yeah, I love the ending. I love that you like literally do not know who it is. If you guys had to rate it, what would you give it?
Like letterbox rating type?
Yeah, like letterbox rating.
My letterbox was a 5 stars.
5 stars?
Yeah, it was 5 stars.
They rarely give anything 5 stars, so that's kind of huge.
Yeah.
I give it like a 4. Yeah, I love like classic horror slasher stuff.
I gave it a 4.5.
4.5?
With a heart.
With a heart, a little
I
light.
gave it a heart too.
Yes.
It doesn't lean super into Christmas. There's something about like the Christmas lights. Like
The carolers?
the
Oh my
caroler
god,
scene.
that was
These two were giggling.
That was our
It was
favorite
good.
scene, I think. The glassware too, all the like aesthetic shots, very pretty and horrifying and funny, weirdly. Yeah.
It is actually really unsettling if you think about it. Like Nightmare on Elm Street, like the original, isn't super scary in a way. It's kind of like goofy in a way. This is actually very unsettling.
I was really like scared. Yeah.
I was a little hesitant to come and see it with them at first because I did not like Halloween because like I'm so used to like modern ones. But then this whole time I was like, this is great. Yeah. I love this. Like they just did a great job with it.
I actually didn't know the fact they said that it was the first slasher.
I didn't know that.
Did not know that.
People usually say it's like Halloween, and I was like, honestly, this is way better.
I just watched A Christmas Story for the first time yesterday, and I had no idea, like, until I walked in, and I was like, what? Great double feature.
That is a great double feature. These are just slashers. Black Christmas or Friday the 13th.
Black Christmas.
I love Friday the 13th, though.
I don't know. Friday the 13th is really fun. Maybe because this is so fresh to me, I want to say Black Christmas, so I'm going to have to go with that for now.
Black Christmas or Nightmare on Elm Street.
Black Christmas?
I think Black Christmas. Yeah.
Black Christmas or Child's Play.
Black Christmas.
Black Christmas.
Yeah.
So,
Black Christmas or Halloween.
Black Christmas.
Black Christmas or Scream.
Oh, they did the call comes within the house thing in this as well.
Modern horror movies really did like pull from this.
sorry, that's a hard one.
I mean, I'm going to do Scream because I
I'm also
love
gonna
Matthew
do
Lillard.
Scream.
Oh, the cast, sorry.
Scream or Texas Chainsaw.
Scream.
Scream.
Scream or X.
Not seen that one.
Scream.
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 me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Scream it is. That's
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with that.
What's a scene that stood out to you?
one of my favorite scenes is the first kill of the movie. It's so unsettling the way he's in her closet and then she, how do you say it?
Asphyxiated?
I can't say it. She gets suffocated with a bag. It's absolutely terrifying. It is like the cover of the movie, the poster. It is so good. It's
They knew it
freaky.
was a good image.
They do.
Like,
They knew it was really scary. And you don't see that type of kill, especially in early horror. It is a lot of stabbings. So this is unique and really stood out to me. She's never discovered. She's still missing.
End of the movie, they have no idea. He's still up there with her, just chilling.
And what about you?
The part where Peter goes ballistic in the conservatory where he's trying to impress some older guys that will most likely dictate his music career trajectory. It seems like he puts on a great performance, but the pressure and his anger towards Jess, at this point they had already broken it off, and he pulls the classic show up at your house and break into the basement. When he goes ballistic, he picks up one of the things you would use to put the ropes for a cue, smashes this grand piano. That room is huge, and it's a really beautiful shot.
The set design is really cool. This piano in the middle of this big room, and there's a lot of architecture. The design of it is beautiful. There's another shot. The detective comes walking into the room, but it's a silhouette shot.
It's just his very small silhouette in this large room. The darkness is engulfing him.
What it does with cinematography and staging, I really really liked.
With that time period is always going to be that glowy,
Cinebloom effect.
it's very gauzy, which works really well for a movie that has Christmas lights in it. Things are like slightly more washed out. I love that look.
But everything is still colorful. It still has like a warm Christmas feeling.
People were looking down on it, and so there wasn't a lot of intellectual breakdowns of what this movie is and taking it seriously in any way. People went back and talked about that extreme contrast between the warmth you get, the scene of like the carolers, innocent children, and this absolute fucking maniac.
People are being murdered upstairs. It's a really cool sequence. Pretty unforgettable.
That stands out to a lot of people. A couple of the people we interviewed, they bring that up as the scene that stood out the most to them. What performance stood out the most?
I really loved Margot Kidder. Barb represents independent women in the 70s. She's imperfect, but they had fought so hard during 1960s liberation movement. And
she puts a strong face on. She is dealing with a lot of stuff internally. She's drinking more than everyone except for the den mother, who is constantly drinking, which is played more for laughs. Margot Kidder, she has a moment where the tension is still really high. They're all sitting in a room together. Barb is prodding people, which is sort of her way of dealing with the anxiety of the situation, which causes Phil to be like, cool it a little bit. We're actually really starting to worry here. Kidder's character kind of has like a blow up where she accuses people of not liking her. They just view her as a problem, which causes a panic attack.
She felt like they were accusing her of driving Claire away. They had the last blow up right before Claire goes missing.
Claire, the most sheltered of all the girls that were there, felt like an easy target for Barb to pick on.
I really loved her performance.
Yeah, she'd be kind of a fun hang for sure.
Yeah.
The den mother, she was played by Barbara McHenry, got the majority of the big laughs in the audience. Her reactions to people is flipping them the bird behind their back or yelling at the taxi guy out the window to hold on, fucking wait. Her chasing around this beautiful white fluffy cat that I forget the name of. Classic trick that you only see in old movies. They cut out the pages of a book in order to hide something in it. She's hiding a bottle of like scotch.
And she has a second kill. Honestly, a little comical how she goes.
Set the tone for like some of the later horror movies, moving away from having a bunch of likable people like you have in Friday the 13th Part 1 by like maybe it's number 4 or something. That one guy whose whole gimmick is pretending he's dead, joking around, and he's like a total kind of like incel vibe, that they play his death for like almost kind of cheering it on because you're like, oh, we don't like these people. Obviously the den mother is not a bad person. You're kind of setting it up like the other death is quite horrifying. The second one, it's a little silly. It's something that Wile E. Coyote would do, using a big hook to hoist her up into the attic, which is his hiding place. Also, Peter and Jess, I mean, ostensibly Jess is the main character. She's the final girl. Her whole subplot is really good. Their dynamic was kind of like naturalistic, and the way that they played off each other was pretty naturalistic. How uncomfortable it is to witness a girl who's setting her boundaries, this guy like, no, you're not. What did you think of them?
Moments like that, this movie isn't that old, 50 years ago. That's within people's lifetimes. Watching it now, seeing similarities, rights being stripped away.
Saying to your girlfriend who's pregnant, you're not going to allow her to get an abortion is back in style.
Yeah, it is. And so I think it's scary. I think people take for granted how far we had come.
This movie comes out in 1974 and Roe v. Wade is January of 73. So I have to imagine at some point during the writing or shooting of this movie, it's top of mind.
Horror as a genre is political. It talks about important subjects.
What would you rate this movie?
The first watch at home, it definitely wasn't a 5-star. However, seeing it again, talking to people afterwards, it easily became a 5-star movie for me. It's really good and I would recommend it.
I actually don't know what I gave it on a letterbox back then. Might have been a 5 stars. Yeah, it's just everything that you want in a genre movie. It ticks all the boxes, makes you feel disturbed, it makes you laugh, looks incredible, it leaves you wondering, and it's not really over. The ambiguity of it is really cool. All right, lizards, that's a wrap.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll be dropping 2 more videos like this a month.
So subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss anything.
Bye.
Ciao. Oh, that's it.